So Disney and Universal Studios are suing Midjourney, and Midjourney is an AI image generation platform as well as video generation that's very new. They just released it like literally 2 days ago. But regardless of all that, Disney and Universal are suing them because yeah, it kind of did use their material to train, in my opinion. I mean, just look at these like pictures. Pretty convenient that Midjourney can recreate almost exact copies of Disney IP with Disney IP prompts like Frozen, you know? So in my mind, these image generation softwares have definitely been trained off of like Disney's material. I think all of them have. I think all of them have been trained off of literally everything. So this lawsuit really shouldn't be surprising because yeah, you used them to train your AI. What'd you think was gonna happen? Like, I am sure all of these companies are expecting lawsuits because they did use them to train the AI model, at least in my opinion. But Disney has described what Midjourney did as calculated and willful. That's what they think this is. And they are also seeking up to $150,000 per infringement, which I'm pretty sure is per image generation. So if you go on Midjourney and generate Darth Vader, you potentially cost them $150,000 if they lose this case. And the CEO of Midjourney, David Halls, was asked if this threatened the startup. And he said, I can't really discuss any ongoing legal things because the world isn't cool like that, but I think Midjourney is going to be around for a very long time. I think everyone wants us to be around. Now, that last part is not true. I think there's a lot of people who don't want them to be around, but these lawsuits were basically guaranteed to happen. Like, if you can go into an image generator and say, generate me Darth Vader or Iron Man or something like that, and it can do it, yeah, that's pretty suspicious. And it's not like it's an interpretation of those things. It's just that thing that you're telling it to generate. It just does it. And I've seen a lot of AI bros defend, Midjourney and say things like copying isn't theft, and it literally is. If you copy and publish and monetize, it's literally what copyright's for. And also plagiarizing is literally copying someone's work and passing it off as your own. So AI bro arguments are as weak as ever, but either way, whatever the outcome of this case is will affect a lot of cases down the line. And I really don't know how this should be handled because traditionally, if you made Iron Man merch, even if you drew it, it's still copyright infringement. You're using the character for your own benefit, right? So in the case where you can just type things in and have it generate images, I'm actually not sure how this should be handled because people can't copyright the output of an AI. That's kind of been determined. The reason you can't is because a human being has to make something to copyright it. If a human being does not make it, you can't copyright it. Like if a monkey took a picture, for example, this happened by the way, the monkey does not own the copyright. It just doesn't. So if a monkey takes a picture of something, ultimately that image is free domain because the monkey can't copyright it. No one can because the monkey took the picture. And AI is kind of the same way where if it generates an image, no one can copyright it because the AI generated an image. It's not anyone's image. But I imagine it gets trickier when the AI is generating like copyrighted characters like, Frozen or anything else like Darth Vader. And I don't know exactly how they're going to handle this. I'm actually really interested to see what happens in this case because I honestly could not guess. I could not tell you or guess. There's also multiple other lawsuits going on with AI companies like Getty Images, for example, is suing Stability AI. And they're alleging that Stability AI used 12 million Getty images to train their models. And yeah, they probably did. It doesn't look good if you tell an AI model to generate an image and it has the Getty Images logo on the bottom right. That's really bad. The fact that watermarks in general pop up during image generation is really bad because that means it was trained on that kind of thing multiple times over and over and over again because it's stuck and it stays there and it pops up when you don't expect it to. So the Getty Images lawsuit is going to be especially interesting because, like, in my opinion, yeah, they did. And there's also a New York Times versus OpenAI lawsuit. And this one's actually a lot trickier because you can't copyright news. So the New York Times has to make the argument in court that their news is actually way more than just news. It's a lot more nuance and opinions and things like that, which is interesting because their whole thing is we're unbiased and factual. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens in these lawsuits. Like and subscribe if you're new. Click the interesting down, check out more of my content, and have a good one.